that in.
Hey guys, happy Friday. It's the TED Show. I'm Ted Bogert, and I've got some longtime friends on the show. Maxine Earhart with Maxine's on Shine, and Nicholas Olivieri with Bites and Bubbles and Restaurant and Allied Partnership of Central Florida. We have Monster Mash Ball. We want to talk about it. I've got the website going on across there, and of course, Maxine is in a mask. I'm so jealous. I did not think of that. I should have. Bad, Ted. But we're going to talk about entertainment today, and we're going to talk about what's going on. And so welcome to both of you.
Hello.
Thank you. Hey.
All right. So, Maxine, I want everybody to stare at you, but I also want everybody to hear really fast from Nick. Give us a little background on why we're doing the Monster Mash Ball.
Okay. So, Restaurant and Allied Partnership of Central Florida, RAPCF, is a nonprofit organization that was formed during the COVID-19 crisis to help local independent restaurants. So with that, we've come up with a charity event. There's Maxine.
There she is. Where'd she come from?
I know. I didn't know she was on here.
See how much fun a masquerade ball is going to be?
Yeah, it is. So, that's what we're doing. So we're doing the Mask for Aid Monster Mash Ball in October. It's October 29th at the Dr. Phillips House in downtown Orlando. So we'll have 30 stations set up through event experiences set up throughout the event with social distancing, obviously. It is an exclusive event with only 300 people allowed to be in the whole thing. So like we said, that. It's a Mask for Aid ball, and we have a lot of wonderful restaurants, one of which being Maxine's. Yep. Maxine's on Shine.
Look at you, you're the master segwayer. That was so good.
And really Maxine good. Is actually on our committee, and she heads up entertainment.
Yes, so talk to us. Thank you, Nick. Talk to us about, people do come to have a good time, but the entertainment, first of all, the food's going to be amazing, guys. But the entertainment, let's talk about that, Maxine. And we're gonna focus on Maxine for a minute. Hello, Maxine.
Hi, honey. How are you? Well,
I'm good. How are you?
We've been having live music at Maxine's for almost 9 years. It'll be our anniversary, the end of this October, for 9 years. And we love live music at Maxine. So I have so many musicians that I was able to call. Now, not everybody was available, but I have some smashing entertainers that will be arriving. I have the Man's Band, which already has a full set of, they did our Halloween show last year at Maxine's. They did 3 hours of spooky music, and they come dressed as the Addams Family. So that'll be a lot of fun. All my musicians are going to get dressed up. We have private areas. So like upstairs in the cigar bar area where the whiskey, I'll have a guitar player performing up there. Down in the gazebo area where all the restaurants and most of the people will be hanging out, I will have the Man's Band, and then I'm going to have the Bells, Yvonne and Logan. These are professional musicians. They have a lot of fun songs, a lot of old favorites. They'll be definitely playing those Monster Mash songs. And one thing I'd like to say, have you ever watched like the Jimmy Fallon show or Saturday Night Live, and then the entertainment comes on, and then you say to yourself, what? I know people better than that. That's what we've got coming for you.
I love it. And that's the thing. It's going to be an experience, because for a lot of us, we haven't had lots of larger experiences because of COVID, and we've all been sequestered and quarantined. And so this is going to be, for me, the first and, of course, the best fall event. I just am so excited about it. I hear it on the street when people are watching the shows and the promos and me doing stuff and you guys doing stuff. They're like, Ted, that is so cool. First of all, people don't know what to do for Halloween half the time. And now we're going to give them great food, amazing entertainment, and fun.
And something else too is when you haven't been to like restaurants, we haven't done an event in a long time either. So we're kind of excited too. Because we're always sometimes we're spread too thin, and we're always worrying about our budget, and we're always trying to figure, oh my God, how can we afford this? Because for us, it's always marketing. We spend money hoping that when we go to these charity events that we care about, that people will remember to come to us. But so often when they're reaching in and grabbing their food, they'll be like, oh, honey, how was your trip to Africa? Oh, I love those shoes. And then they don't remember what restaurant was there. But having a restaurant fundraiser, hallelujah. This is like the first time ever. So you can just imagine the excitement from us restaurant owners, and we're really up in our game. because we have not done this in a while, and there is a little situation with vendors right now because of the COVID, but we are all promising to really have a lot of great food there. Sometimes we have to spread ourselves too thin because we have to feed 1,000 people, and we're trying to figure out how we can afford that. With 300 people, we got this. It's going to be good.
Yeah, it's
and you know what? Go ahead, Nick.
I'm sorry, 30 experiences set up throughout the event, and like Maxine talked about, Up and Smoke, which is the cigar and whiskey station, and then we have Elevate down below, which is the wine room. It's the swirlery wine experience down there. So, and then the restaurant set up throughout the event.
I also think that people want to find a way to help, because we all know that of all the restaurants, anything that's service oriented has suffered tremendously during COVID. Everybody's had to pivot and shift. And so it's so cool to see the restaurant community coming together, working together to help each other. Like, I always knew that that's how you all were, but I don't know that the rest of the world understood that. And there's a camaraderie there and a support system there that is just wonderful. And I love that we're coming together to do this as a community.
What it is Fit Club. We all understand each other's pain. So we are actually a lot closer to each other than people realize, because Nick, was I not texting you at 2:30 in the morning last night?
We were.
And did I not say, this is my last text? And then you laughed and said, it's okay. So then I said, okay, I lied. Here's another text. But we're talking at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
We do.
This is my last text. It's okay. Hold on. I got a question for you, Maxine. And then it went back for me, and then it kept on going. But
And don't underestimate the fact we talk to each other about our Yelp reviews too. I mean, I hate to bring that up right now, but
that's Eddie's favorite.
we work hard. We work so hard to please everybody. We're in the pleasing business. We're in the hospitality business. And so we take everything personally, and we do try hard, which is something I want you to keep in mind right now. Imagine the kind of party that a restaurant owner would throw for themselves. Now, some of my friends out there, hopefully who are watching, already know the kind of party I threw for myself. And you know, I had a lot of live music, but I also had a woman that we're having at the party. Her name is Pianta Bernardi. She paints on the bar live. And that's also going to be, she's going to be at the party too. So that's going to be a cool thing going on. We're not sure what she's going to paint yet. We're still in committee meeting about that one. I want her to do something naked, because you know my restaurant, but everybody's telling me I have to be cool. Maybe not so much.
I heard the word naked. I think.
See, Nick? Come on. They want animals. I mean, it is a costume party though, so I don't know.
I love that though, that you all, you know where the pain is, you know the pain points. And you are going to throw a party, because like Nick keeps saying, you both do, we're trying to create an experience. I love that word. I want people to really associate that with the event, that this isn't just a basic walk around. If you have not been to the Dr. Phillips house, it is an amazing venue, right downtown, beautiful. And the space is absolutely gorgeous. Inside, outside, tons of outside. And there's just going to be so much going on, because the committee that I'm a member of, but I feel like my brain power is really hasn't been there physically lately, so I apologize. So I want to give them kudos for the amazing work that they're doing, really thinking this through and trying to make the most of the experience.
Yeah, October 29th. If anybody's listening to this, by the way, I just want them to know, if you're asking yourself, October 29th, VIP starts at 5 o'clock. Then the general admission, which I think everybody should just be VIP, starts at 6 o'clock. Party ends at 9. And then there's probably going to be, I mean, come on, we're restaurant owners. I have a feeling we're hanging out. We're at the Dr. Phillips. I think it's going to go late.
If you have the sponsor VIP ticket, not only do you get the Up and Smoke, you get the experience, you get the swirlery experience in the Elevate below. But you also get to join the after party and hang out with us.
And if you have never hung out with restaurateurs, you are missing.
The musicians will all be hanging out too.
Oh, the musicians too.
That's the kind of party I throw.
That's a whole nother experience people haven't had. It's just, you all are just such good, down to earth people who just like to people please and serve people and put on the best that you can all the time. And I think it would be really cool. Look, if you are If you are wondering where you can get tickets, the website is down there, monstermashorlando.com. Go to the website. You can reach out to Maxine or Nick or me or anybody at any of our places. You can see all the amazing comments. You guys got lots of love on the show.
Also,
what am I missing, Nick?
Can I throw something in there? If you go to the monstermashorlando.com, there'll be an email sign up page on there. So we're having a drawing for 2 tickets to the Monster Mash Ball. The drawing will actually be held October 14th or 15th, but we're limited to 300, so the tickets are going to sell out quickly, and then it'll be down to the last 2, which will be the ones we'll be giving out.
So excited.
And I would like to add, if you don't mind, Nick.
Please.
This is not the right place, but if we have an audience, I'd like to throw it out there. A photographer that I had originally had in mind was not able to be involved. So I am looking for someone that when people arrive with their costumes, there is a room. It's going to be sanitized. You're going to be in there by yourself with a photographer with great lighting. You can get your photograph taken. We're looking for that person at a very, very good price, or maybe they'd like to volunteer for some gift certificates to our restaurant, because actually it is a fundraiser for restaurants. And celebrity judges, we have some in mind. If you think you're a celebrity and you'd like to give me a call and you'd like to come to the Masquerade Ball and wander around and choose some of the best costumes, that's always open to us, our committee. I hope you don't mind, Nick, me mentioning that.
I love that.
My work thing, I'm online.
And then,
one thing that you guys said.
Oh, sorry.
One thing that you said on the committee, not being a restaurateur, that I think is so critical. Guys, all of us have reached out to restaurants in the past when we needed stuff donated, when can I just get a gift certificate for 2 for this fundraiser? Yes. And these restaurateurs, these very gracious people, would give and give and give and give. Trust me that you weren't the only one that day probably who went in and asked. So
15 to 20 requests a week is what we used to get.
This is why we want to go back in. Let's support them, because that money, the funds that we raise, goes back to helping them try to overcome the challenges that they've had because of the pandemic.
Our labor
that also brought up another. Yeah, keep employees working, but that also brings up another thing. Since there are only 300 tickets to the event, each restaurant will be creating an experience that will be on auction. We'll have the auction before the event, during the event, and running after the event. All the money so whatever Maxine's experience is, all that most of the money from that, minus costs, obviously, but the money goes to Maxine's then. So there's going to be some fantastic experiences that are available on the auction for people who can't make it to the event, and that'll be up on the rapcf.org and monstermashorlando.com site when we get the auction going, and then we'll have auction items, silent auction at the event itself.
Now, Ted, our chapel in the back room, that's going to be our Maxine experience, of which Kurt Earhart, aka the Juice Pimp, will be back there. It'll be a fine wine, dining, pairing, and lots of fun and laughter. That'll be a good one. But I really want to add one more thing. When Kurt and I first opened the restaurant, we were very nervous. And one of the first restaurants we went to was Nick. Remember when you guys had both those restaurants over in the sanctuary? Yeah. What were they called?
Prickly Pear and Nick's Italian.
We walked in and we were like, "Hi, we're Maxine and Kurt. We opened a restaurant." They just opened their arms to us. They're like, "Hey, okay, here we go." They gave us a tour of their kitchen. They started talking to us about the experiences they had. They welcomed us so quickly with their 20 plus years or more now of experience, because that was 9 years ago. And so I feel very comfortable as a restaurateur when they decided to have this program. Everybody was nervous because people are saying, is it going to be safe? Are we opening up ourselves for people to comment on us and saying we're being bad because we're choosing to do something at this time? But these guys know what they're doing. I trust Nick and Eddie. I really do.
Amen to that. So go ahead.
Well, we have a backup date. Heaven forbid we're not able to have it on October 29th. So to be able to continue with the Mask for Aid Ball theme and the Monster Mash, the backup date would be February 18th. So it would fall in line with Mardi Gras.
Oh, I love that too.
There's Maxine's Mask for Aid.
Mask Parade. All right, so Maxine Earhart, Maxine's on Shine, Nick Olivieri, Bites and Bubbles. If you all haven't tried either of those places, I can personally tell you the food and experience is amazing at each one. They are just as wonderful and welcoming as they are on the show, and they want you to enjoy yourself. Please, please frequent restaurants, go out. They need our support. And why not? Do you really, really, really want to do Uber again? We want you to go have an experience.
Downtown Orlando is very supportive of buying local right now. Almost every customer that I have spoken to, that's the only restaurants they're going to. Nothing against the chain restaurants, because a lot of good local people work there and we want them to be successful. But hey, Bites and Bubbles, they're up the street from us, so we send people to each other's restaurant all the time. So come visit us. And we'll tell you more about the Monster Ball when you're actually sitting down and dining. You'll have our full attention.
That's right.
Wait. All right, October 29th, go to monstermashorlando.com, or you can check out everything else on rapcf.org.
Yep.
RAPCF. Boy, Ted. Woo. I haven't had enough of my coffee. And I want you guys to know how much we appreciate what you're doing. I think this is an amazing effort for the community, and I'm so excited to be a part of it. So thank you.
Thank you.
So
all right, cheers.
Cheers.
Happy Friday. God, I'm the only one with the there it is. All right. We love you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.